Alright, people, I'm back. Alright, I'm back. Look, let me. I know he explained everybody coming back. Let me just explain my feelings and thoughts towards that. And I can't even like.
I think a single tear came down with me. Like I
Nah, man,
bought it.
yo,
I was with my
yo,
lady though. I couldn't express my true feelings. Come on.
F that. No, no. After they ain't gonna hear all that. Nah, man. If I was with my girl, I'd be boiling in front of like. It's, listen, cause it's the fact that you. It's like we literally. You realize this Avengers series started in what 2010, 2011.
It's been 10 years, so I don't. 11 years. Sorry.
So 11 years, right? I'm gonna be 21 this year. 11 years. You know how old I was when this series started?
Oh.
I was 10. I was 10 when this
Oh,
whole.
dang, man, he was a
So
baby.
you yeah. So you literally grew up with this series. This series for so long. We grew up with it. Like I grew up with this series. So having it, oh my god, man, like yo, that's why I
Yeah.
say that. That's why I say this is the greatest movie I've ever watched. Everyone, hands down. There is not one movie that could hold a candle to this movie, man. I don't
Dang.
care about anybody else's opinions. I don't care how everybody else feels. No, this is the greatest movie I've ever watched in my entire life. Yo. Like
That's real, man. That's
having
real.
having to grow up with this series at 10 years old, watching the first Cap, all that, watching all the Thors, watching the Spot, like, it just, watching all the Iron Mans, it just,
Yeah,
oh
yeah. I feel
man,
yo. When you put it that way, it makes sense, man. It makes sense that it just
that's
that
the
that's
only
that's that's
reason,
like your childhood. When you go back, when you're
yeah,
older, and you older, like we
exactly,
talk about like Dragon Ball and stuff like that. That's what we grew up on. But y'all, you and your generation, you're gonna talk about the Avengers, man. That is y'all thing. That's what y'all had.
yo, like, and for it to be like, and have like little kids go to the movie, that's cool and all. But seeing the parents that went into the movie theaters dressed up, had their kids dressed up, I know they sat there and they had their kids watch every Avenger. I know they did. I know it for a fact, because I would have. I know they sat there and had to watch every movie before seeing that. I know they did, man. And like just seeing that dedication from grown people that watch
Is
these.
there a movie that you didn't watch? Is there any other
No, no.
you watched every single one of all
I watched.
22 of them or 21 of them?
I, I watched every single Thor, all
All the
the
Guardian
Iron
of the
Man,
Galaxies, the
the Guardians of the
Spider-Man
Galaxy,
Homecoming and everything?
despite yep, I watched all of it, all every last one,
Oh,
every last
wow,
one.
dude. I haven't even watched the
Uh,
Homecoming. I haven't watched Spider-Man. I haven't.
n-
I don't know why, dude.
That's why you can that's why you cannot go into the series without watching. Why do you
Like I
think the relation Why do you think the relationship between Tony Stark and Peter, and then Peter
Yo,
dying
yeah,
in the
you know what?
last one, hit
I'm missing
home?
that. I'm missing that cuz yeah,
Yeah,
I feel like I seen in Captain America Civil War their relationship, but I don't see the full effect of their relationship. But I figured it had something to do with the Homecoming movie.
his relationship with Peter just solidified the change in person of who he is. You get what I'm saying? Just to have this man sit here and try to maintain this tough guy, I'm Tony Stark. Listen, kid, get it together. You know what I'm saying? Try to
Uh-huh.
maintain that and have this kid just be himself and bring this whole different man out of Tony. Those characters, for that specific person in Tony Stark to befriend Spider-Man like that, a high school kid, and to basically treat him like a son. That's why. Why do you think he was so like heartbroken over? Like I lost the kid. Like we lost the kid. You know what I mean? Like you had to watch that movie. Man. Like you would understand it a whole lot better if you watched that movie. Man.
Let's get back to the end game. So we do the snap. Iron Man says, "I am Iron Man." Right? We cut over to the Avengers. Right? Like I don't think they showed Tony at that point. Not at first. Right?
Not yet, no.
But when they do, you see Tony sitting on the floor, and Spider-Man comes up to him, and they have this moment. Spider-Man has the
Yes,
idea what's gonna
yes.
happen.
He's like, we won, Mr. Stark, we won, Mr. Stark, we won.
Tony's whole arm is all jacked up, man. So Penny comes along and she's like, it's okay, and she like not pushes, like brushes him to the side because she wants to speak to her husband before he passes
Yeah.
away, right? So she's like, we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. You don't have to fight anymore. We're gonna be okay. Meaning her daughter, you know.
Yeah.
And so Tony kind of like, I guess he felt relief, and you can see it in his face, and he just like he lets go. Arm drops
Yes,
to the
yeah.
floor. Tony's gone.
Cause it's
Tony,
like the only thing that was fueling him was the need to protect his family. Like, that's what he was fighting for. You know what I mean? Like, of course he wanted to save everybody, but at the end of the day, it was for his family and for everybody that he's cared about over the years. He had to do it for Black Widow, Cap, everybody. Everybody was on Iron Man's shoulders. And now that it was like that, it was like the way they set up the movies was perfect. To have all those Iron Mans in the beginning, to see how much of a smug, like, jerk he was, and to have him be the one to...
yeah, he was the one who saved everyone. He saved everyone, and that's what Doctor Strange meant when he said there's only one way. And then Tony at one point asked him, "Hey, is this what's supposed to happen?" He said, "If I tell you, it won't happen." Meaning, like, if he tell you, like, Tony would have tried to find a way to not die, or try to prevent that from happening, and would have cost everything.
Yep.
So Doctor Strange knew Tony was the key to everything. That's why he traded his life for the stone, because he's seen that. It's like when you fit all the pieces together, it's like, wow, man. Doctor Strange held all of that in,
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. Oh my God, like that movie is just amazing, man.
And that, I don't know, it brings me. All right, so let's just get through the rest. Angie, how did you feel about that part when Tony died?
I was still heartbroken, like, even now. And we saw it Thursday.
Yeah.
It was very emotional.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I mean, you see a lot of deaths in movies, but that one just, like, and I wasn't even, like, a full-on Iron Man fan. But you see something like that, and then the part that really got me was when his wife was like, "We're gonna be okay."
Yeah. Oh my God, that's where I teared up.
She said,
man.
"You can rest now."
You can rest now. We're gonna be okay. And I lost it. Like, I could not hold it on anymore.
Damn, I'm tearing up
like,
right now.
Having to
that
say that, like, can you imagine having to say that to your husband?
So, yeah, like, this is the man you love, the man who you have a child with, and you just being woman enough, mature enough to know he's gonna die, and you want him to be at peace, and instead of crying in front of him, you give him reassurance before he passed away,
But what makes me really sad is that all he wanted to do, and all he kept saying all throughout the movie, was that, like, we all make it, we all make it, we all make it. And he didn't make it.
So now we're at the point where they won. We won, the planet saved and whatnot. Universe is saved. They cut over to, I think this is where we have Iron Man's funeral, right?
Yes.
Alright, so everybody who played a part in Iron Man's life was there. Everyone. And they kind of pan over groups of people one at a time. Like, there's a group of 3 here, there's a group of 3 there. Spider-Man is standing with his aunt, and they pan over him, and he looks sad and whatnot. And then they have a little memento of him that's floating in this lake right by his home, his little cabin in the woods. And
proof that Tony has a heart.
Yeah, it's just the placard we talked about earlier where Tony has a heart, and I thought that was so awesome that they use that piece. It was such a small little thing, but if you watch all of them, you watch the first one, you're like, dag, and it hits you right in the feels, man. That's where the teardrop. That's where the teardrop, because I'm like, oh man, they really know. These Rooster brothers, man, they oh my God, you guys Guys, oh man, why am I crying over this character?
Yeah, you guys. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. One question. There was a kid standing. There was like a. She looked like a
Yeah, at the
teenager.
very
I
end,
know
there
who it
was.
is. I know who it is.
Who was
I know who it
that?
is. I know who it is.
Who is
That
Who
is
that?
okay. So in the third Iron Man, there's when Iron Man's suit is like destroyed and stuff.
Yeah.
There's this little kid that like he breaks into somebody's house and to fix his suit and stuff.
That's the
And this
kid.
little kid comes in with a potato gun. That's a little kid. Like
That's the.
that's the kid. Because you got to remember, it's 5 years later. The kid grew up.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
That's the
Angie,
kid.
Look at you. Wow. Good job,
Yo,
Princess.
yo,
You're welcome.
yo. My heart, man. My heart.
Fast forward after the funeral, Captain America. He's gonna go take back the stones, right? And it's Bruce Banner, Sam, who's Falcon, and then you have Bucky.
Bucky.
All right. And they standing there and they're like, all right. So his job is he's gonna go back in time. He's gonna put all the stones back where they belong, and he's gonna come back. Right? That's the plan. That's the mission. Everything is all set up to go exactly like that. So he goes out,
The movie.
and when he's supposed to come back to his timeline, Bruce Banner, I think, is like, wait, he went right
skipped
past.
his time
He went
frame,
right
yeah.
past his stop. He's like, what do you mean? And so we cut over to we look at what's his name, Bucky.
Bucky.
And Bucky looks over to the right, and he's like, look over there. And so you see an old man sitting by the lake. Sam Falcon, he walks over to the old man, and it's Cap. It's Cap. Cap is like with a smile on his face, and he has a wedding ring on.
Oh my gosh, that like broke me.
Yeah, that was so
Oh
good.
my
That
God.
was so good.
Oh
And
my
he's just
God,
like,
yo.
he just has this smile, like he's just so happy, like he got to
He-
live.
yeah.
He,
Yes,
he,
his
he
life
got,
is fulfilled.
yeah. So he got to live two lives in essence. He got to live the life with these guys, this group of guys, and he got to go back in time and live the life he always wanted to live. And it's like a perfect ending to Captain America. So he
Yes.
Yes.
they explain why, why he didn't come back. And he said he took Tony's advice about living, just living a life, a regular life. And I guess Bucky knew the whole time that he was going to do that, because right before he left,
Yes.
he had a conversation with Cap that if you remember in the first Captain America movie, Captain America told Bucky right before he went to the army, he said, don't.
Cap says, don't do anything stupid. And he said, how, if you're taking all the stupid with you.
Yeah.
And he hugged him, but the way he hugged him was just different. It wasn't, hey, I'll be back hug. It was, I'm gonna do this finally hug. That's what kind of hug that was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just.
Perfect, man. This movie just jerks you all around with your emotions.
Movie
So-
gave you all the feels, like literally.
Yes,
Like 1 second you're
yes.
laughing, and then the next it's like you're legit crying.
Like
Oh,
when they went back to 1970 and you seen Stan in the car with his hair, all that stuff, and a chick, everybody in the theater was like clapping because they seen Stan. Like it was amazing.
Cap's at the thing, right?
Yeah.
And he gives Sam the shield.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which is it happened in the actual comics. So Sam did become Captain America for a time, but Bucky became Captain America first. So that's why in the movie you see Bucky look at Sam and gave like the approval, like, yeah, you can have my turn to be Cap, because Bucky was Cap
Yeah.
first, then it was Falcon. Sam wanted to know, like,
He said, "You gonna tell me about it?" He's like, "No, I don't think I am."
nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way he said it, he's like, he said, nope, with a smile on his face, I don't think I am. It was like that whole ending was just so
And then the
smooth,
music-
man.
The music played, and you seen them dancing, and
Yeah,
He was
so
so
you know,
happy to
you know,
see
you know
him.
that all the captain wanted to do was have that dance with her. Like that's what he wanted to
Yes.
do in the beginning before he got turned into,
You missed
Captain
the scene.
America. And then not Captain America. Before he went to get frozen, he was pre-promised that he was gonna have that dance. And
Yeah,
so
but
he
you
finally,
missed
what's scene?
what scene? What scene?
the scene with Scarlet Witch and Bucky. Oh, not Bucky. Hawkeye. They're looking over the lake, and they go to each other, and they go, "You think they know?" And she's talking
Oh,
about
yes.
Vision. Yeah.
Oh my, yo.
All right, so explain that scene. Explain it a little better, because Like if I didn't watch
Go
it, I
ahead,
wouldn't know what you're
Angie.
talking about.
Okay, so Scarlet Witch and Hawkeye are overlooking the lake. And Scarlet Witch goes, "You think they know?" Well, I don't know like exactly word for word. They're like, "You think they know?"
Yes, that's what she said. Yep. She said, "Do you think they know?" And then they were like, "Yep." Everybody. They said, "I think everybody knows," or something like that.
Yeah. So the movie, like overall, the movie was damn near flawless. My only gripe with the movie is, I guess the way Tay put it, it really wasn't about Thanos. This movie, Thanos is my favorite villain, right?
It's
He's my
exactly.
favorite
Yes.
villain. So when Tay put it in that perspective, I'm like, okay, I see it, because I felt like they could have made him more of a badass. But in the first event, the war, they made him the badass. He was
Yes.
the
Yes.
big bad. This one, I feel like he was not so much. I never felt like Thanos was absolutely gonna wreck everything and win. I always felt like they had, and that one part when Thanos did have them all kind of like beat up. I felt like, all right, these guys won. But as soon as the portal opened, I was like, all right, it's over. It's over.
Oh, man.
Definitely a movie I will watch maybe one more time, but I can't see myself, not because it wasn't a great movie, but because of the emotions. The emotions,
Yes.
I can't handle it.
Yes.
I can't handle it. I will watch it one more time, but this won't be like the Infinity War where I can watch it over and over again.
No, I can watch it over again. And I'm
Can
gonna
you?
watch
I
it.
don't
No.
know. I can't. Like,
No, Anthony, no, you can't watch Infinity War again when you watch Homecoming, then watch Infinity War again after that. Tell me how you feel after that.
well, not Infinity War. You talking about watch it? No, I said I could watch Infinity War over and over again. I'm
Oh,
saying
okay.
Endgame. Endgame, I don't know if I
Oh.
can because of how many emotions you go through in this movie, and like this is it.
Literally.
Well, either way, like I still want to own it on like special edition, blah blah blah.
Yes, of course, yes. Like I'll get
Like
it
I still want to
myself.
own it because that's like something that it's an ending to an era. Like every other Avenger movie after this is made by
Yeah.
any other director is not gonna like do justice of it.
And the fact that it's, Stan Lee passed away and this was his
Oh
last.
yeah,
His last
his
cameo, yeah.
cameo.
To have the last Infinity War, then have Stan pass away before this movie coming out, it's like, dang, like we lost, we lost the very first Avenger, basically. I'm just like, yo, oh my gosh, like, yo, I'm sitting there just like, thank you for like, cause Andrew, you missed it, but Anton was explaining like, he grew up on Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that. I watched it, of course, but this Avengers is something I grew up on. Cause I was telling him he didn't, cause I told him how I watched every single movie leading up to this, and I had to explain to him like this has been going on for 11 years. I'm gonna be 21 this year. Like, this started when I was 10. I was 10 years old when this whole series started. So I literally grew up watching the Avengers. And to have it end like this is no other way to end it. There's no other way.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. To have an 11-year journey end like this with the person they ended it with is just wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, I wouldn't have had them end it with any other character. Like I kind of thought it was gonna be Captain because of the fact that he said during like he was on the Ellen show or something like that, and he said something about not being Captain America anymore.
Because you're gonna think every time like that's it. This is it. With the original crew, this is it. Now a new generation gets to grow up with it. Like this was your generation growing up with this. Now a new generation gets to go with Captain Marvel and Ant-Man, the new Spider-Man. But the original guys, Black Widow, Captain
Black Widow
America,
gone.
like.
Black Widow gone. Hawkeye has his family.
Even though,
gone.
like, okay, so yeah, even though Black Widow's gone, I just want to give you a little heads up that I think they were talking about her movie. They haven't done a movie with her yet.
I think she would do a good standalone movie. I really do. And now that
I know.
Hawkeye has a lot of development, I would not mind watching a Hawkeye standalone movie. At first, I'm like, no, I wouldn't watch that, but now, definitely.
Yeah, like they don't have a standalone movie.
They have a 5-year gap to play with. They can make movies out of that 5-year gap.
Yeah.
like a dog, like the Hawkeye when he was like a vigilante. Yes, man. Yeah,
Yeah, they can go back
definitely
and play off that
perfect.
whole 5 year gap and like let us know what was going on. They have so much they could do in
They're
between.
so smart. They're so smart.
I think
Think
that's
of
why they
it.
did the 5 year gap because
Yeah,
Spider-Man has a movie coming out.
exactly.
Well,
That's
Spider
what
Man
that's
wasn't
why
there
they
though,
did
so
it.
what was he
Well,
have
then
been
this has
doing?
to be after because yeah, that's true, but Spider-Man has a movie coming out. That's the only reason why I knew he survived because they talked about how
Yeah,
he blabbed
they kind
that he
they
has a
kind
movie coming out.
they kind of ruined that, but they didn't ruin it like to the point where it's like now you're wondering how does he come back, and the way he came back was amazing. He just swung in and then landed right in front. Oh my!
Yep, I saw
That
that.
was
I was
great,
like,
just great.
It's
That's
been
fine.
fun though.
I
It's
got
been a
13
journey, dude.
kills.
I love it. I love it. I think people who watch it know that we are fans of this and they're gonna understand like yes, it took a long time to get to this point, but you got to hear real dudes, not the critics, but real dudes give our real emotions on how we felt about the movie that you loved and you grew up on as well. So you got to experience us walk through this entire journey with you. And I appreciate if you made it all the way through. Any last thoughts, Angie?
no, I'm good. Besides, like, I'm still heartbroken and it's been 3 days, so throwing that out there.
Yeah,
What about
like
you, Tay?
my final thoughts about this is um just the new generation, like the new Avengers and X-Men and all these movies coming out with Marvel for the next generation. Watch all the movies, because when the final movie comes out and you have to watch how everything ends and you get these feelings of like not knowing how to feel and having all these emotions, that's what watching movies is about. So just to have all those emotions watching one movie, and the fact that they made the movie so long to where it hits every point of where they want to reach, like this movie went above and beyond expectation. And so just watch every movie from now on, like every trilogy that they have, just watch them because
Even if it
that
sucks, like
final.
my fault. I didn't watch the original Ant-Man. I hear that you didn't have to watch it, but I'm gonna go back and watch it. And
Oh yeah,
I did
yeah,
watch
watch.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, but I didn't watch the first one because I listened to critics, and that's one thing. Don't listen to the critics. I listened to critics. It wasn't a good movie, so I didn't watch it.
Yeah, the movie wasn't great, but you had to watch it to get the feel, you know.
Yeah.
You
So
gotta
this is
watch it.
somebody who's watched every single one. That's the advice he's giving you. Watch them all. Watch them all. Because when it comes to the end, you're gonna wish that you did.
Yes, yes.
All right, guys. Phantom Vista. Tay has wheels. Alpha Princess. We're out. Peace.